right, we are now going to be talking about the Monroe Doctrine. So, with the Monroe Doctrine, this involved foreign affairs between the British and the Spanish. Okay, British and Spanish. So, first we're going to be talking about the British. So, at the Convention of 1818, they set the northern boundary of the Louisiana Territory in between the United States and Canada at the 49th parallel. So, as we know today, where the boundary of the United States and Canada lies, that is the 49th parallel. Okay, so this is the Louisiana Territory right here in this green part. 49th parallel is right here and it scoops up a little bit. Okay, so it scoops up like how the Earth is. So, also, with the British fairs, okay, John Quincy Adams. John Quincy Adams was John Adams's son. Yes, John Adams, the second president that we were talking about. John Quincy Adams. He eventually became the 6th president of the United States. Right now, he was a senator. So, John Quincy Adams also negotiated the right of Americans to settle in the Oregon country. So, Oregon is going to be the northwest part of the United States. This also allowed the United States to, the Americans to settle there. Okay, so that was the negotiations between the British and the United States. So the 49th parallel and the Oregon Territory. Now, 49th parallel, like I just said, cuts right through here. Okay, this red dotted line, that is where we see the United States end and Canada begin today. Also, the Oregon Territory is going to be in this northwest corner, like I said previously. Okay, so that is the relationship between British and United States for the Monroe Doctrine. Now, Spanish foreign affairs. All the way back in 1810, American settlers in West Florida rebelled against Spanish rule. Okay, we know right now that the Spanish ruled Florida. Okay, so the 1810, when 1810 rolls around, now the American settlers are getting frustrated and they're revolting against the Spanish in West Florida. By 1812, the United States had taken control of West Florida. Okay, so it only took 2 years for us to control West Florida. And in 1822, okay, 4 European nations, France, Austria, Russia, and Prussia, formed a plan to help Spain regain its American holdings. Okay, so that is very important. In 1822, 4 European nations, France, Austria, Russia, Prussia, all formed to help plan Spain regain its American holdings. In turn, this scared President James Monroe to death. Okay? He issued a statement right after this happened on December 2nd, 1823. It says the United States would not get involved in any internal affairs or wars in Europe. It also would not interfere with existing European colonies in the Americas. Henceforth, not to be considered as subjects for future colonialism by any European power. Okay, this would be known as the Monroe Doctrine, what he just said up there in quotes. Now, this served as a clear warning to European nations to keep out of America. This also became the guiding force in American foreign policy for decades. Okay, so meaning we are not going to go over to the European side and start war. We're not going to get involved in their internal conflicts. On the other hand, that means that the European forces are not going to come over to our side, American side, and cause internal conflicts like Spanish wanted to do.